The story behind this majestic mansion is a classic Southern Gothic tale. Draped in Spanish moss, studded with quaint cobblestone roads, and illuminated by old world street lamps, every street in Savannah, Georgia feels like a time capsule buzzing with romance and history. The Mercer House was designed by John S. Norris for General Hugh Mercer. Construction of the house began in 1860. Construction was interrupted by the American Civil War and finally completed around 1868 by the new owner, John R. Wilder. Nobody of the Mercer name ever even lived there. For a period in the 20th century, the building was used as the Savannah Shriners Alley Temple. It then lay vacant for a decade until 1969, when Jim Williams, one of Savannah's earliest and most dedicated private restorionists, bought the house for $55,000 and fully restored it in over 2 years. Williams died in 1990, and Dorothy Kingery put the house up for sale later that decade with a price tag of just under $9 million. This, of course, was later reduced to about $7 million. In 1979, during the film of Monterey Square of the Ordeal of Mr. Mudd, starring Dennis Weaver, Williams hung a flag of Nazi Germany outside of a window at the Mercer House in an attempt to disrupt the shoot. After the film company declined to make a donation to the local Humane Society, as Williams had requested, the congregation Mikveh Israel, located across the square, complained to the city. Much like the well-maintained streets and squares, the homes the city's historic district are nothing short of inspiring. Their endurance is thanks to preservation's efforts in the city, which gained a lot of traction in the 1960s, when famed restorationist and antique collector Jim Williams came to town. Williams' own former home at 429 Bull Street, which takes up the entire city block of Monterey Square, is one of the most spectacular in Savannah. But in true Southern Gothic fashion, if you peel back the layers of historic charm, you'll find something sinister lurking underneath. Known as the Mercer Williams House, the 7,000 square foot mansion is a crucial stop on the city's many ghost tours, and it's also the residence that inspired John Meredith's best-selling 1994 novel, Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil. It's seen at least 3 untimely deaths, including that of 11-year-old Tommy Downs when he fell off the roof in 1969, the 1981 fatal shooting of Danny Hansford by Williams, and Williams himself when he died in the same room as Hansford less than a year after being acquitted of Hansford's death in a 4th trial. Rumors about the crime and ensuing ghost stories continue to swirl to this day. Long before the 2 tragedies, though, the house played host to the buzziest Christmas party in all of Savannah, and guests lucky enough to attend would be in good company: Williams' priceless antique collection. Williams' possessions included a presentation casket bearing the imperial coat of arms of Russia, a gold-crowned cipher of Tsar Nicholas II, a piece of the state carriage used at the coronation of Napoleon, and a pair of $10,000 crystal candlesticks that were a gift from Martha and George Washington to their daughter on her wedding day. And that's just to name a few from his creepy collection. There's also a full-blown organ installed in the home, which definitely adds to the air of mystery. Underneath this esteemed collection, the house itself is rumored to be built right on top of the unmarked graves of people who died during the yellow fever epidemic in the 1800s. According to Georgia Historical Society, it was first occupied by John R. Wilder in 1868 and was then abandoned for a number of years until Savannah's historic district revitalized in the mid-20th century. While 429 Bull Street certainly has all of the makings of a haunted house, their current owner and William's sister, Dorothy Kingery, focuses museum tours on the fabulous antiques and architectural details rather than any hauntings. That doesn't stop the ghost stories about the house from circulating, though. Many visitors reported visions of a little boy on the balcony or in a window, and a few years after Williams died, people started to report that they are hearing lively music and seeing the house all lit up around Christmas. But when authorities would arrive, there was no activity observed. Who knows? Perhaps the museum manager is simply playing the organ to keep busy during a night shift, or maybe it's something more mysterious. So, what do y'all think? Leave me a comment below, and don't forget to tap that like and subscribe button, and thank y'all for watching. Till next time.
All of this is research found on the internet.